Why are you taking this off? Fine!
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop!
Put,
Stop! Stop!
put your hands behind your back. Okay, well,
The video shows body cam footage from a confrontation with police in Brookings, Oregon. Jennifer Gaymon, a disabled lady, was detained by police for riding her mobility scooter on the sidewalk without a helmet. Jennifer, however, was well within her rights to use the sidewalk for her scooter because she is a disabled citizen. The cops, alas, had a different take on the situation.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get my camera on real quick. Okay, so let you know, conversation being recorded. Are you able to turn that music down a little bit just so we can talk better?
Right now.
Okay.
I just want to go home. It's freezing.
It is
Yo,
cold.
why are you stopping me then? I've been
Okay,
riding this thing
I'm
for
gonna-
over 2 years
I'm
now.
gonna explain it to you in a second. We're stopping you because you're on a sidewalk with it.
Yeah,
you rode
because
through
it
a
is
crosswalk.
it's a legal thing on the sidewalk. Look it up. It's a mobile scooter. It's a fucking mobile scooter.
Okay.
it's an electronic scooter.
Yeah, it's a mobile scooter. Okay, do you understand what that means? It's my mobile scooter. It's how I get around. I don't have a car.
Quickly, Jennifer called the police and explained that she was a pedestrian because of her scooter. The uninformed officers, however, continued to approach even after she explained the situation. Officers kept calling it an electronic scooter, most likely so they could write her a ticket.
Yeah, it's like Iris. He goes on. Yeah, because I'm getting pissed off.
Why are you?
Because I want to go home. You guys are pulling me over for no reason.
We're on
It's like
lawful traffic
Iris. It's like Iris. You know Ira, the blue guy with the guy's right there? It's exactly like his, except it's got 2 seats. That's all it is.
It's an electronic
Why?
scooter.
Exactly.
Do you deny that it's electronic scooter?
It's not electronic scooter, and I can ride it on a
Is
sidewalk.
it gas powered?
No, it's not gas.
Okay.
I
So
gotta
it's
go.
electronic.
I'm cold. You guys are cold.
You're not free to leave.
Yeah, I am.
No, you're
No, you're
not.
not.
Yeah, I am, because you legally cannot stop me.
You're lawfully detained right now. You are
For what?
literally on a lawful
For
traffic
what?
stop. You see those red and blue lights?
For what, though?
Are you going to
Give
let
me-
me explain it?
Yeah, because you don't have a reason to. You guys are legally, you're taking my disability act and you're throwing it in the garbage.
I have no
This is
idea
my
what you're talking
disability scooter. This is how I get around, and you know that. You've seen me many times around this town riding it.
about. Okay, are you going to let him explain to you why you're actually on a lawful traffic stop?
Okay. So we stopped you because it was actually looked up before, okay? You can't ride this in a crosswalk and on the sidewalk.
Are you kidding me? So the mobile scooters that ride around here, all these old people can't ride them on the sidewalk?
Nope, not according to the Oregon Department of Transportation. I'll look it up for you, just so you can know that I'm not messing with you. He's not messing
Okay, so I'll let everybody know that you guys have bad laws in this town, and that people
It's
that have
Oregon.
disabilities.
It's an Oregon
No, you know
Department
what?
of
That's disabilities. Okay? These people ride these scooters for disability. You want them riding on the streets so they get hit by a car? You kidding me?
I don't make the rules.
Yeah, well.
Grab some information.
Jennifer was lawfully arrested and police asked her to see her identification before releasing her. Jennifer was at first hesitant to give her ID, but in the end she did so to speed things up. Several tickets, mostly for driving offenses, were written for Jennifer by the police over the course of around 15 minutes.
I know I've had a citation. Thank you. You're not doing your job. You're not going to be protecting because listen to those people on there.
issue a citation right now.
Okay, come on, hurry up.
Which is actually causing me to pay more attention and address precedents, which is I'm trying to reach you around town and you're going to jail. You understand? What date is the get blocked? The 6th of December.
Yes. I'll double check just to make sure since it didn't bleed through.
Jennifer was followed by the police all the way to her house, where they remained stationed the entire time. Jennifer was forcefully arrested after police arrived at her garage and filed charges of disorderly behavior and eluding arrest.
Why are you taking this off? Fine!
Put your hands behind your back.
Stop! Stop! Stop!
Put your hands behind
I
your back.
didn't do anything wrong. I was going to take this home.
Okay, well, we disagree on that. You're under arrest.
Are you happy or not that I'm getting arrested?
He wasn't even there.
I'm getting arrested because I pissed myself, and this is a moment that I've been riding this around town for a month, years, and you guys know it.
Jennifer was shockingly found guilty on the felony counts and given a 5-day jail term and an 18-month probation period at first. Jennifer, however, decided to launch a lawsuit against the city of Brookings and appeal her conviction on the grounds that she had been wrongfully imprisoned and that her rights under the Disability Act had been infringed upon. The judge sided with Jennifer this time. Her conviction was overturned, and she received a $500,000 payout from the city of Brookings. Now let's move on to our next video. In this video, an unidentified neighbor calls the police to report a domestic disturbance, and the officer's response is caught on camera. The caller said that their 87-year-old mother is being verbally abused, so the police were sent to the scene. However, the reality of the issue turned out to be more nuanced and complex than had been anticipated.
Your mother.
Do you believe, after hearing my mother, that she is in danger?
I heard arguing, and I need to make sure everybody's okay inside the house.
What did you hear? What was said?
I just heard yelling. I couldn't hear
You
what
just
that
heard
was
yelling,
said.
and did I not explain to the yelling? Did she not explain to you the yelling? She told you
I need to
she's
make sure
fine.
okay.
She's sitting on the toilet, and you have to go and see her.
I do, yes.
The police arrested the man who we'll call Papa Meatball outside the residence. They told him that he had to see proof that someone else was there. The neighbor walks up to the conflict and gives a very brash but honest justification. When there is a domestic disturbance, the patrol supervisor is the first person to be absent from the response. Any officer, regardless of jurisdiction, who responds to a domestic violence call involving another officer.
Right.
Okay.
Go get somebody now.
1-2-32 phone. Can you start a check on the female? We'll have an ambulance come.
You'll have the ambulance come in and look at her, too.
The ambulance will be here as well.
Right. And you're going to pay for it.
Okay. That's not necessarily what's going to happen.
Well, I'm not paying for nothing. My mom's not paying for nothing because you are forcing this upon us. This intrusion is so fucking unnecessary. You have no idea how hard it is to take care of old people.
I'm sure it's extremely difficult. But I just have a responsibility to make sure everybody's okay, and that's why I'm here.
You don't have the responsibility. A medical person has a
I have
responsibility.
to ensure that there's nothing.
Is required by the model policy on police officer domestic abuse to immediately request the presence of a supervisor from the responding agency. The policy stresses the difficulty that the responding officer faces if left to respond alone or with police of the same or lower rank as a suspect officer. This problem is easily solved by the arrival of a superior commander. Both cops involved in this event were patrol officers and not supervisors.
I'm a caretaker. My mom is 87 years old and she's deaf. And I have to yell at her when she's in the shower to get her to hear my instructions. So the neighbors called the police on me because they think I'm screaming and damaging my mom. And they won't take my word for it. I opened the door. They asked my mom if she's fine. She said, yes, I'm freezing because I'm naked on the toilet. Yet they won't take her word for it either. And I'm not about to let a cop in my house to see my naked mother. Do you understand what's going on here now? Have I explained myself?
At the same time, they asked if they might come in and see how Mom was doing, but Papa Meatball said no. If permission is granted, the police can enter and search the property in question as part of the standard routine for police responses. Police must independently verify the presence of bruises and other signs of physical altercation in order to establish probable cause. As the supervisor is being briefed on the issue, he learns that his 59-year-old paraplegic brother also lives at the residence. It's now obvious that shouting alone isn't enough to warrant an arrest. As a result, the police have no grounds to interfere or resort to physical force. Medical personnel arrive shortly after, and the supervisor lets them in to check on her mother. He briefs them before the examination so that they may better understand what they're looking at.
Rollo! I only need one of you. Rollo, in the house. Yeah.
Papa Meatball's tone of seriousness and irony in evaluating the cops is hard to argue with because he seemed to be correct. We believe the police should have let the caretaker dress his 87-year-old mother before taking her away from him. There have been no developments or court proceedings reported since this video was made. However, the police could be held liable for obstructing the caretaker's ability to do his job if medical personnel uncover any symptoms of cold or flu caused by the mother's exposure to the cold while confined in the toilet. Now let's move to our final clip.
Okay. Give me some space, dude.
Go ahead and turn.
Give me some space,
Put your hands
dude.
behind your back.
No, give me some. Ow! Oh my.
YouTuber and First Amendment auditor Joshua Roberts set out to investigate the public spaces near Dove Technologies in Florence on September 9, 2022. Two workers contacted him after discovering his recording of their workplace and voicing their displeasure. An employee took an aggressive tack, reaching for his camera and trying to take it from him. Roberts explained to them that he was acting within the law and threatened to use a taser on them if they persisted in their assault. After hearing his warning, the two workers retreated. Then one of them called for a co-worker whom she apparently refers to as her spouse, although we have no more details about this person at this time. The Florence County Sheriff's Office responded to the scene, thus he may have been connected to them.
Who are you?
You don't have my signed authorization to have my face on that camera. Turn it off.
Can I have your signed authorization? This guy's coming up aggressive, everyone. Can I help you?
No, can you help us?
Yo, get away from me, buddy.
No, dude. Who are you?
Get away from me, dude.
Why are you here?
Back the.
Why are you here?
I suggest you leave me alone.
You're on private property.
I suggest you do something about that then and get back inside.
Ooh. Really?
Yeah, really. You like going around people like this?
You know
think
what?
That's fun? Don't touch my buddy.
One of the workers complained to management that Roberts was trespassing on company property. Roberts refuted the claim by saying he was actually on an easement. An easement is a restricted, non-possessory right of use over another person's land under South Carolina law. Neither the grantor nor the grantee may alter the location, size, or scope of the gift without the other party's consent after it's been made. A South Carolina power pole crosses the property, establishing an easement as seen in the video. Since the electric pole is considered public property, Roberts is within his rights to be near it. Since a utility easement does not instantly change into public property, the workers were also within their rights to claim the land as their own private property. The workers then called the police, who responded quickly to the building. When asked what happened, Roberts said he was assaulted and gave his version of the events.
What's going on, bud? Tell me, man.
Oh, nothing. Just getting assaulted out here. That's about it.
Get assaulted.
Yeah, by one of their workers.
What happened?
I was just out here taking some pictures, and one of the guys came out here saying he didn't want to be filmed, and he ran up to me, started circling me, grabbed my camera, started pushing up on me.
A third-degree assault and battery is defined in Section 16-3600, subsection E1 of the South Carolina Code of Laws as any unlawful effort to injure another person with the current ability to do so. Willfully and deliberately destroying any type or class of personal property or another person's goods and channels is also prohibited by Section 16-11-510. Possible violations of these two laws included the employee's hostile attitude and one of them attempting to take Robert's camera, potentially with the purpose to destroy it. At some point, one of the officers started talking to the workers while the other kept talking to Roberts. It's important to point out that Roberts acted in a provocative manner the entire time they spoke. The presence of First Amendment auditors and their predisposition to be provocative has long been acknowledged by the Municipal Association of South Carolina. Therefore, authorities and officers inside the state have been given instructions on how to deal with contacts with them. The first three cops tried to handle the situation professionally, despite Roberts' provocative behavior. When Sergeant Paul Morrison joined the others, though, things began to change. Morrison claimed that he routinely kept this close proximity when interrogating a suspect, and he did so while talking to Roberts. Morrison tackled Roberts to the ground and tried to damage his camera by stomping on it without giving him any advance warning that he might be arrested. Roberts revealed video from the body camera purportedly showing Sergeant Morrison attempting to erase footage. Frustrated, Roberts said, "That's why I was trying to show him when he was all throwing me on the ground, and I'm like, at least turn off the camera." Sergeant Morrison may have attempted to alter or destroy proof of his wrongdoing. Roberts was successful in retrieving all of his videos. As a result, an internal affairs investigation was launched when he lodged a written complaint against the officer. Sergeant Morrison was forced to resign as a result of the investigation. In a statement released after the event, Sheriff T.J. Joy Lehner said that Sergeant Morrison had broken several policies. The Florence County Sheriff's Office has decided to let Sergeant Morrison go as a result. The First Amendment rights of residents and tourists of Florence County were underlined by Sheriff Lehner. The 12th Century Solicitor's Office is now in charge of the case. On January 24, 2022, a Walmart employee in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, suspected a lady of stealing approximately $300 in Legos. This vigilant employee alerted local authorities who responded quickly. After seeing the suspect's car, an officer stopped it. The driver was 20-year-old Mariah Davis. Professionally, Officer Johnson sought her driver's license and insurance.
Hey, I'm Officer Johnson. Hey, you got your license and insurance on you? So the reason we stopped you is today because Walmart called and did you suspect of possibly ringing up some items?
Did I ring up items?
Huh?
I said, did I ring up items?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
So yeah, I bought items.
You buy items?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So you remember Native American tribe? Okay, just hang tight for me, alright?
Mariah was calmly informed by Officer Johnson that Walmart had reported a possible shoplifting incident. He briefly mentioned a Native American tribe, but its significance was unclear. She denied that there were other people in the vehicle as the officer collected information. Officer Johnson then asked Mariah about her Walmart shopping and if she bought anything. Mariah revealed her past arrests as the conversation briefly touched on them. Officer Johnson meticulously documented this information during his inquiry. The conversation ended with Officer Johnson asking Mariah about her Walmart purchases to establish a timeline. An evening started with a Walmart excursion turned worrisome. An individual faced a confusing decision after leaving the store with goods. Unsure of their destination, they stopped to think.
I'm hanging out with our runner.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Is there anyone else in the car?
No.
Okay.
So, what were you doing at Walmart?
So,
Yeah.
buying stuff.
Okay. Because we're gonna call it you stole Legos earlier. Did he get your ID?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
You ever been arrested before?
Yeah.
For what?
Receiving stolen property because I was driving someone else's car.
Okay. What all did you buy?
Dog food and milk.
Okay. Were you at Walmart earlier?
Yeah, I came to Walmart, but came and left.
This one?
Yeah, I went to that one and 71st.
What are you looking for?
A police officer approached their vehicle while they considered their options. The police, likely disturbed by what they saw, asked about the journey's purpose and wanted a receipt for the freshly purchased products. The situation escalated quickly when the officer saw strange items in the car's rear seat. Lego sets and a homemade bomb were among them. This discovery was alarming. The officer cautiously told the driver to get out and stand behind the car. The suspect was told they will be detained for further investigation. Questions regarding the car's contents revealed Xanax bars in a purse.
I just like looking at different Walmarts. They usually have different stuff.
Did you buy anything earlier?
No.
Where were you headed to after you just left Walmart?
Get food.
To get food?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where at? Were you gonna go get on the turnpike? Or did you just stop here?
No, I just stopped here. I didn't know where to stop.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't turn around.
As anxiety rose, the officer returned to the strange item in the rear seat. It had enormous fireworks, screws, metal parts, and a menacing covering, suggesting a bomb. The officer requested assistance and told a supervisor about the dangerous scenario for public safety. The police and backup troops analyzed the device's size and threat, keeping the situation tenuous. All involved feared a devastating explosion.
Alright, go ahead and hop out real quick. Come back here and stand by the back side of the car.
You're gonna be detained right now, okay?
Do you have anything illegal in the car?
There's a bat. There's bars in my purse.
Some Xanax bars. You're not prescribed?
No.
Okay. Do you have any guns in the car? Any other drugs?
I don't think so.
Okay.
A typical trip to Walmart had become a potentially dangerous encounter, requiring law enforcers to safeguard everyone's safety. An unnerving event occurred in a dimly lit parking lot. A new car caught the attention of the crowd. A concerned person found anything suspicious in the automobile and reported it. An explosive device was revealed, which was shocking. The source vividly described it as TNT-like, with heavy metal components like screws and nuts joined together.
Bro! Yeah, go ahead and secure her. Explain to me what that device is in the back of your car that looks like a bomb.
I didn't. My boyfriend made that.
Okay, sit tight. There's a fucking bomb in the back of that car. Like, a bunch of fireworks strapped together with, like, metal and shit and wrapped around. Can you start a supervisor out here? It looks like there's some sort of explosive device in the back of the car that someone has built. It's got, like, 4 big-ass fireworks, and there's, like, big old screws and shit all within that, and then it's got like a bunch of stuff wrapped around it. I mean, I don't think it's gonna go off. How big is it? Sketchy. It's like this big. It's definitely made to cause some damage when it goes off. Yeah. God, yeah, if she would have somehow like leaned back there and lit that thing, it would have been really bad. Yeah. That's all it says.
The owner's partner made this deadly mixture. As the car's inside was dark, the observers suggested rolling down the windows to see what was in the back seat, and this shocked and confused the crowd. The vehicle's contents were disconcerting, prompting safety concerns. It was decided to identify the boyfriend who made the ominous invention. Questions arose about whether he had other dangerous gadgets at home. As the group considered the possibility that they had found something harmful, tension and uncertainty rose. Later, a legal caution stressed the individual's rights and right to keep silent. This changed the shock to a more professional and serious tone, suggesting an investigation.
Yeah, we'll keep
somebody else gets here.
Yeah.
Just say an explosive device.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of, it looks like TNT, and then it's got big old metal like screws and like nuts and bolts, and then it's got a bunch of stuff wrapped around it.
What'd she say it was?
She said her boyfriend built it. And then there's a bunch of fireworks next to it.
Alright. I'll keep this lane blocked.
Alright.
She even nervous or anything? You were sitting there talking to her? Because I didn't.
Kinda, she was quiet. But I couldn't see in the back window because the tent's so dark.
Yeah.
And I said roll it down, and then I was like, what the fuck is that? Back seat.
fuck that is?
All she said is that her boyfriend made it.
Oh yeah.
So we probably want to figure out who boyfriend is, and if there's any more at his house, maybe. All right, I'm gonna read something to you real quick, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one. If you decide to make a statement, you may stop at any time. Do you understand each of these rights?
In the middle of it all, Zane emerges the lover behind the car's mysterious contents. Everyone was on edge and eager to find out what happened to this unnerving discovery. The situation unfolds with tension and concern. Mariah calls the police to report a Walmart theft, and her boyfriend, Zane Bennett, arrives on foot and appears embroiled in the drama. Mariah seems to be absolving herself by asking Zane to take the vehicle they used to get to Walmart. When law enforcement arrives, the situation escalates swiftly. Mariah was accused of shoplifting, and Zane's 20. Zane's questioned and asked for identification by police. He says his girlfriend had his ID, but he has a photo. Another person, Patrick, claims to have just come from a car wash. The cops question Patrick about his friend's whereabouts.
Did I explain to you? Okay, are you willing to talk to us? Okay. So, what's the deal in the back of your car? You said your boyfriend built it?
I honestly have I don't know nothing about fireworks except for fireworks. I mean...
Okay. What's your boyfriend's name?
Zane.
Zane?
Yeah.
What's his last name?
Bennett. B-E-N-N-E-T-T.
Okay. When did he make that? Or...
Like, a couple days ago.
Okay. Do you know why he made it or anything?
He just made it just because he wanted it.
The conversation becomes more serious when the officers mention a dark Dodge vehicle and worry about contacting its owner. Zane admits to making a fireworks-based bomb in a hotel room and leaving it in his girlfriend's car. The tension rises when the cops explain why they closed the area. Zane's explosive device may be deadly. They call it fireworks linked together like an explosive device. Zane claims it's innocuous and was designed to blow up watermelons. This situation is confusing, suspicious, and dangerous. The police are taking precautions owing to the perceived threat of the improvised device, though Zane denies malice. The officer's assessment of the situation and risks leaves this encounter questionable.
Where'd you come from?
I just came car wash. My friend had brought me up here.
Where'd your friend go?
He still parked at the car wash.
Which vehicle?
Hey, so you're not on arrest bid, but I'm going to detain you real quick because we got some things we got to talk about. Okay?
Which vehicle?
The truck over there, like...
The dark Dodge with no front bumper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Gerber, he's saying right here. What? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you want to mess with it, but the truck that just dropped him off is that dark Dodge. I don't know if we want to have somebody go make contact with them. It's his friend.
In an unusual and potentially deadly turn of events, Mariah offered Zane, a new acquaintance, a ride to recover his car from the Canterbury Kennel. Zane nonchalantly told Mariah that he had created a homemade explosive device from pyrotechnics and other unusual things while they traveled. Zane said he wanted to test the explosion near watermelons. He said he had no evil intent or plans to use it as a weapon, with surprising disregard. He left it in the car because he had scrapped the experiment.
Because it's kind of our protocol is it looks like an explosive device. You know, so is it like active? Is it like volatile to where if it falls, breaks, is it going to go off?
It's literally just fireworks. Like if you take it apart, it's a whole bunch of little fireworks. Like that are
tied like in tape?
Well, I mean, okay, so it's like a...
Mariah doubted Zane's innocence after their discussion. When the authorities asked her about her connection to Zane, she said she had just met him through the Canterbury Kennel. The police investigation worsened the issue.
Next step today, he was going to take it out and blow up some watermelons with it. He said it's a couple of fireworks tied together. You have to light it like a normal firework. And he said, I just wanted to see what the stuff I taped to it on the outside would do if I lit it by a watermelon.
All the screws.
Yeah, I said, were you trying to use it as a weapon? Were you going to, go do anything today? He goes, no, I was just going to blow up some watermelons. And I said, okay. And he goes, that's why I left it in the car, because we were going to go and then we didn't go. So I was like, all right, cool. So he doesn't even seem really nervous at all about it.
How's it going, bud?
All right, how's it going?
Good. How are you? Can you stop the truck for me?
Yep.
Hey, man, how do you know that guy, Zane?
Oh, I just met. He asked me for a ride. Said he need to come get his car.
From where?
From up at the Canterbury.
Okay, you never met him before?
Yeah, I met him.
You just know him through the Canterbury?
Sir?
You know him through the Canterbury?
Yes, sir.
You stay up there?
No, I don't stay there.
Okay, you were just over there and he needed a ride?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have ID on you? Alright, just sit tight for a second. We'll get you out of here in a second, but we're trying to figure out what's going on with his car.
What happened?
There's some weird stuff in there, so we gotta figure that out. And if you're good to go, you can get out of here. But since you dropped him off and he's directly related to all this, we just want to figure out who you are and if there's anything going on.
Oh, okay.
An x-ray of the explosive device revealed pyrotechnics, fish hooks, metal shavings, screws, and rivets, which may cause havoc. Risky experimenting by Zane could have deadly results. The Tulsa Police Department's bomb team skillfully dismantled the device, preventing a calamity.